look, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Content is king. So if you have some content you need created, hit up iopvideo.com. Video production, podcasting, you name it, we can do it. iopvideo.com. We make things look pretty.
Welcome to the Voice Party! Oh my God, it's movie night here on the Voice Party. Now, listeners know we talk about movies a lot. New movies, old movies, made-for-TV movies, movies with Armand Asante in them. You name it, we talk about it. So today, we are talking about the 1996 classic Jack with Robin Williams, Jennifer Lopez, pre-rapist Bill Cosby, and John Hamm. This is a classic film right here, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. I didn't even know that shit until recently. Look at me, 33 and still learning shit. Now, listeners are probably wondering, now y'all are all over the place. Why the hell are y'all talking about a 24-year-old movie? I'm glad you asked, non-existent listeners, because we got a special guest today. Guest, introduce yourself.
Hey, what up? It's Hugo Hernandez, a.k.a. Victor from the movie Jack.
That's right, bitches. We're talking about a movie with someone who was in the movie. Breaking new ground on the Voice Party. Welcome to the Voice Party, Hugo.
Right on, bro. Thank you for inviting me.
Hey, man. Thank you for coming on, bro. I've been it's been a long time in the making that I wanted to have you on, man, and it's kind of crazy that this little thing started off with doing small movie reviews and interviews, and the movie is on for all the listeners. The movie is available on Disney Plus. And when I was watching it the other day, I remembered you guys came. You supported me when I did that. So for all the listeners, what was this back in like 2014, 2015, maybe actually 2012? If I'm not mistaken. I did a backyard comedy show, and Hugo came, man. So thank you for coming, bro. I just
all good, bro. Gotta show love, right?
Yeah, dude. You gotta support local artists, man.
Exactly. That's what it's about.
Oh man. So yeah, this is a first for us, where we're doing a film review with someone who was actually in the film, and all of us we think of ourselves as film buffs. Phil, who just went off his rant, is a filmmaker. Joaquin's a filmmaker, and I like films. I do a little bit of acting, and we're glad to have you on, man.
Nah, I appreciate it, man. That's pretty awesome, man. I actually was kind of surprised when you hit me up. I thought you wanted me to DJ for you or something. I was like, man, during this time right now, I was like, whatever, I'm down.
Oh yeah. No, hey, and tell people about that. You DJ now, right?
Yeah, man. I've been DJing for about 21 years, 22 years now.
Okay,
that's been a minute.
Yeah. No, I know you do. It's something you do with your brother, right?
Yeah, I do that with my brothers.
Yeah,
we're all in it together. You know what I mean?
Right.
Gotta have the family's back, and they got my back, of course. So
that's good.
Yeah,
man.
I've been doing it with them for about the same time.
And now, if so our listeners know, if somebody wants to hit you up for some DJ, some quarantine parties, man, where can they find you?
Just like you found me, bro. Go on Instagram, Alien Productions. Our info's on there.
Yep.
Hit up any of my brothers or whatever, and we're happy to help you out in whichever way we can.
Right on, man. Hey, when this is all over, if it ever is over, hopefully soon, we want to do a voice party. So I'll be hitting you up for that for sure, man. But just to introduce you to the guys, me, I'm JD. Everybody else, introduce yourselves. I hear you.
I'm Joaquin Xavier. I was waiting for our producer extraordinaire to introduce himself, but
my bad.
It's been weird without, because we usually record in the studio, and it's been it's one of those things. But yeah, man, Joaquin, and that's Phil, who. One of the things I look forward to whenever we do these podcasts, man, is and for all the listeners to hear is Phil's intros. And then notice they get crazier as time goes. Like,
Yeah,
That was a bad intro, man. I like it. Very
yeah,
good intro.
no, it's dope. It's
yeah,
Yeah, it
it's
dope. Like
was.
dope.
back in
Yeah,
the day, I remember I back in the day I remember I used to do the intros,
yeah,
but I think those intros are really do set the tone for like the party, like you
yeah.
know.
It's funny because they started off with where he would just be smooth. Hey, welcome everybody to the voice party, and then now it's like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah," like what the fuck? Like it's like he's been slipping into madness since we went in quarantine.
Haven't we all though?
Yeah, dude, for
No,
real,
no, definitely.
definitely, man.
There's no movies to watch. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do.
I mean, Tenet is out in
The Six
theaters.
Flags can't even go on the rides. I'm like, then what the fuck you gonna do?
Yeah, man. It's Hugo. What have you been doing to keep yourself sane, bro?
Shit, man. Just I got a garage to myself, bro.
Oh hell yeah,
I tinker a lot. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Uh, been doing that, but also I'm back at work, like regular work.
Okay.
You know, so that's also keeping me sane. But during the first 6 weeks, man, we were working from home. It was brutal.
Mm-hmm.
Not in the case of anybody being sick or anything. At least in my family, thank God. But brutal in the case of it was just didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
You do everything that you do. Oh, cool. I'm gonna go take a walk. It'll be all right. But after so long, you take so many walks, you're like, damn, I'm bored. Let me do something
Mm,
else, you know?
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
you just start diving into the internet, start buying things that you don't need. That gets you in trouble, you know?
Yeah.
So
You end up with some spurs for the horse you don't have, you know,
exactly,
or some shit.
exactly.
you,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
find yourself looking at things and going, I might need that someday. No, no, I don't.
No,
No, I
no,
don't.
no, I don't. Why I buy
Yeah.
it?
In case the apocalypse comes and zombies, there's one of the things I'm gonna need a chainsaw. Like, like, yeah, yeah. That's the
Hey,
kind of shit. Yeah.
chainsaw, machete, you know?
All that shit, man. Bro. So this is so for everybody that's on here, like I watched this movie back in like '96 when it came out. So I mean this has been like a movie that I kind of have watched on it a lot over the years. And it's not too well. I remember they said someone from Richmond wasn't back when I was a kid. I remember watching it and they said someone from Richmond got, is in the movie. And I was like, cool. And I don't know who it was. Then later on, I figured out it was my coworker's brother, my coworker Javier's brother, who was actually in the film. I'm like, oh, no shit. And then I realized, oh, it's the guy who came to my barbecue and he came to my backyard comedy show. So yeah, dude, that's how I figured out it was you. It's like, oh, no way. Like, that's awesome. And then, I started to it just I didn't realize like it was at the time. I know because this movie I remember at the time like Robin Williams has huge like like Aladdin, Miss Doubtfire. I feel like this
Oh
one,
yeah, dude.
yeah, I feel like this one didn't get that much.
Nah, there's not much love. It's funny because I found myself going on Rotten Tomatoes. I was like, I wonder what kind of love we got.
Yeah.
Man, I regretted going on that thing.
uh
Worst movie ever.
yeah,
Robert Williams could have picked something else. I was like, damn. You know
yeah,
what though? It was
haters,
fun.
man.
And I think part of what lended itself to the hate on that film was having Francis Ford Coppola direct it because he's known for
Godfather.
these incredibly serious epic movies, and then he does something that's totally not that. And I think the expectations were so in another direction that like it wasn't even the movie itself. It was just like Francis's reputation and people expecting something different, and them
Yeah.
not getting what they thought they'd get.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I mean, it's the creator of, not the creator, but the director of Godfather and
Right.
so many other good movies, Platoon and
Apocalypse.
Interview with the Vampire and all these other good movies that, he did come out with Jack, but at the same time, I mean, I get it. It's not his forte. Um, but at the same time, just being around him, it showed something different about who he is as not only a director but as a family man.
Right.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
we spent about 6 months at his estate in Napa.
Oh, no way.
Ooh.
Yeah, man, 6 months. I mean, we were sleeping there. We all had our own like what would you our own rooms and things like that. Not in his house. It was like the guest house.
Oh, wow.
But for 6 months,
Yeah.
and it was just a whole thing of each one of us, of the actors to know each other as friends, as family. Every time we would see Robin Williams, we would call him Jack. We wouldn't call him Mr. Williams or Robin.
Wow.
We would call him Jack. And that stuck, and we just got along so well. We did become a family. We did become friends. We did become, like brothers. We also fought. We also hurt each other. Things like that. Little kids. But it was awesome experience. We did a whole bunch of things that I never in my life thought I would be able to do. And it was something surreal that even right now, 24 years later, it's just like, damn, I was able to do that.
Yeah, and to say, I mean, just to be in a Francis Ford Coppola movie, dude, like that's for me that man, like
That's huge.
That's huge, dude. Godfather is like hands down one of my favorites. One of my favorite movies of all time. And I mean, the list goes on like stuff that he made. And
Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah,
Dracula. Yeah.
Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, and like that he made this. It's a wholesome movie. Like it's not cynical. It's not like they're. I mean, it's one of those like you could watch this with the family. And, yeah. And what you said, like he's a very like family oriented guy. Like being around him, man, I'm sure. I don't know, for you, your experience is different, because you were there. You met Robin Williams and the late Robin Williams. Like, did you? I was like for you. Wanted to ask you, like, how did you get this role, man? Like, how was the auditioning for this?
Oh man, well, it was during summertime, and I want to say about 94, and as a Latino during summer, it doesn't mean you get to chill. You don't get to wake up at 11 in the morning and do nothing. It means you wake up at 7 in the morning. You're helping your parents clean the house.
Yeah,
you're doing the lawn. You're vacuuming, picking up garbage, doing the dishes. You're doing all that.
Yeah, yep.
So, being that, I was in Sensotles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was in Sensotles with Eugene, and he was my instructor.
Can you explain to people what that is? Just Sensotles, because they're still around, right?
It's still around. It's actually on.
It's next to
San Pablo Avenue. Yeah, exactly, right there. It's a really great program, man. I got into it when I was small. They would teach you folklorico, mariachi, even how to dance banda, Mexican art. I mean, they had they have a good after school program that not only teaches kids their roots, but also you grow with them as a family. There's been one of the singers, Fabiola Trujillo, she and I were in elementary together. And she's still in it after so many years. She's a singer. She's great. I haven't talked to her in a minute though, but anyways, that's beyond the point.
Yeah.
She's family, and she's been there forever as well. Those are part of the people that I know. There was so many people I could just name, and it was a great program to teach us and get us out of trouble too,
Yeah.
Better than being in the streets.
Right.
It got us out of trouble. I was learning how to play La Jarana, and my instructor, Eugene, he's like, hey, I have a friend. She's a casting director, and she's looking for kids to go audition. Is that something you think you want to do? I was like, yeah, okay, cool, I'll do it. Sure. I was like, where is this? It's in San Francisco. Cool. Anything to get me out of the house.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm down.
Yeah.
And you were how old again?
I was about 13 years old.
13 years old.
12, 13 years old, yeah. And so, my brother and I actually, Javier, my oldest brother, I told my parents about it. Eugene spoke to them about it. And my brother and I kept going to San Francisco for these auditions that I had to do. My first audition was actually just with the casting director.
Mm.
And they're like, here, read this. I read a line or whatever. And then I thought that was it. You know, I was like, whatever. I didn't get it, but it was fun coming to San Francisco,
Yeah.
you know? And they're like, oh, we'll call you back. All right, cool. And sure enough, next day they called me back. Hey, we need you to come back and audition again. Okay. So I went. And then this time, Robin Williams was there.
Oh, wow.
I was like,
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah,
pressure's on.
the pressure's on.
Nanu,
Exactly.
nanu.
But to be honest, though, I don't know if because I was a bit naive, I was mostly, you know, just doing other things instead of staying at home, watching movies, doing all this. I knew who Mr. Williams was. I knew what he was about, but I guess I didn't get starstruck.
oh, I see.
And I was supposed to just have a conversation like I did with anybody my age. So we had that conversation, and I started clowning on him, you know. And of course, he held back a lot because
Yeah.
it's Robin Williams.
Right.
Right.
So they're like,
He's a
yeah, we
freaking
want you to be
comedian.
mean to him. Excuse me.
Oh, he said he's a comedian. Like he. Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, he could tear me apart. You know,
Yeah.
just give him 2 seconds. I'm done.
Yeah.
He's like, we want you to be mean to him. We want you to be a bully and just talk about him. And I'm like,
Talk about his hairy
God.
knuckles.
yeah, and I did. I called him a hairy gorilla, and, you know, overgrown child, and things like that. But it was fun, and the chemistry was cool. He, like I said, he was really nice with me when it comes to clowning, but at the same time, he also did see that I started to get nervous because it got surreal for me. Like, oh shit, you know, it's coming down. This is a real actor right here with real directors, and I'm just this kid from Richmond that doesn't have any experience in acting whatsoever. And I'm over here put on the spot. Here, we want you to do this. We want you to do that. I did get nervous for a minute.
And you're in front of a lot of people?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That, and then you know how they have the camera right in front of you, so it's recording, and pretend the camera's not here. Pretend, you know, you guys are friends or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but it was cool. It got surreal for a minute. I started getting nervous and stuttering my words when I try to talk to him or clown, because again, it just got to that, oh crap, everybody's watching. But you know, he's like, hey, just have fun, enjoy it, don't worry about it, just have fun. And we did, which was cool. After that, they're like, okay, we'll call you back again. I thought they're not going to call me back. I screwed this up, you know, I screwed the pooch on this one. And no, they called me back again. I was like, how the hell? Ooh.
Are they fucking with me?
Right?
Yeah.
They just want me to waste my money.
Yeah. Yeah. You
That's
fucking
another
better give me that.
$8 on Bart, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then we were told that my third audition was going to be around 4:00. Well, at least that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So my brother and I showed up early. We showed up about 2:30. And I went to check in. They're like, hey, your audition isn't until like 5. We're like, oh, okay, well, we'll just go to the city, have fun. We went down to Chinatown, and it was during 4th of July. And my brother and I were able to find some illegal fireworks.
Oh,
That's a way to
not
get nervous, to blow some steam off, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Now, you know, you got a 13-year-old kid and a 18-year-old kid with fireworks in Chinatown. Of course, we're gonna have to pop off with you. You know,
sure.
you can't let that.
You got
go.
that Richmond. You got that Richmond blood in you too.
You know it. So we were in Chinatown causing havoc, man. We're just throwing off fireworks, scaring people, being assholes, really, you know. And then my oldest brother, noticed that the cops were following us. I was like, oh crap, we're gonna get caught. My best idea was, hey, let's go back to the office where I'm auditioning and ask them if we could leave the fireworks there. That was like, they're hella cool. They ain't gonna trip. They got my back, you know. And I really did that. It was down at Zoetrope. Zoetrope is where they filmed Interview with the Vampire, and that's Francis Ford Coppola's production company. And so they let us in there, and Davia, who was the casting director, I saw her. I was like, Davia, can I ask you for a big favor? She's like, yeah, what's up? I was like, I know it's gonna sound weird, but can I hide these fireworks here for a while? She's like, what? I was like, yeah, I need to hide these fireworks here for a while until I leave. Why? I was like, cops are kind of following us right now, so I just don't want to get caught with them. She's like, sure, 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 leave them here. I was like, cool. So I left them there, came back to my audition. Their first question was, so about these fireworks, I thought I was in trouble. I was like, they're gonna call the cops on me.
Yeah.
No.
They're like, what were you guys doing with them? I was like, we were just throwing them off in Chinatown. We scared a few people, and cops, of course, didn't like it, and they started following us. So I figured it's best to leave the fireworks here with you guys where it's safe. She's like, huh, oh, okay, okay, well, you know what? Thank you very much. I'm sorry to take up your time. We'll give you a call back. I was like, damn, I messed up. And I told my parents, they're like, hey, are they going to call you back? Because we're going to go to Mexico.
Yeah.
And this was like 2 days later. And I was like, I don't know. They haven't called me yet. I'm not sure. And my dad's like, let's just call them. Let them know that you're going to go to Mexico. You know, we're going to go visit family. And if you're going to get the part or not. So I called him. I was like, hey, my dad wants me to let you know we're going to Mexico. And he wants to know what's going on. And I actually was speaking with David, and she was telling me, she's like, just give us all your contact information in Mexico. All of it. Call us every Tuesday and Thursday.
Oh.
I was like, oh, okay. I was like, cool. So I gave her all the contact information, and I called her on Tuesday. Nope, we still haven't decided anything. It's fine. Call us back on Thursday. I was like, all right. I called back on Thursday. Same thing. We still haven't made a decision. Call us back on Tuesday. All right, cool, no problem. Saturday afternoon of that same week, oh, by the way, in where we're from, it's there was like one phone in the house for the whole town. So you have to know the people in order for them to find you if you got a call.
Dang.
So yeah, so they were all looking for me. All of a sudden, this little girl's like, hey, we're looking for Hugo. He's got a phone call. My dad's like, you got a phone call? Like, I don't. It might be the people from the movie. Maybe they'll tell me, something. Yeah, let's go find out. So we went. I got the phone. Hey, this is Davey. I was like, hey, how you doing, Davey? She's like, how you enjoying Mexico? I'm loving it. Okay, well, we're gonna need you to come in and be here tomorrow. I'm like, wait, what? Yeah, you got the part.
Oh.
I was like, really? Yeah, you got the part. We want you here, but you need to be here tomorrow, or else we're gonna give it to the runner-up.
Dang.
I was like, whoa. I was like, all right, well, here, let me let you talk to my dad and figure that out. I was small. I didn't know. My dad was like, yep, he'll be there. Don't worry about it. We'll make this happen. Sure enough, man, I was on the flight next early morning.
Jeez.
So I landed in San Francisco, and from San Francisco went all the way to Napa, and that's where we were meeting for the first time, and that's where everything happened. But it was actually awesome to get that.
Yeah, no, that's, man. So this was like what was it, 3 auditions?
Yeah, 3 auditions.
3 auditions, and then one of them you almost got arrested.
Yeah.
So you were kind of like, I might not even get this shit. So that you, in a way, you're kind of relaxed about that. Like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, every audition I went to, it was my same thought. I ain't gonna get it. I'm some kid with no acting skills.
Yeah. And you had never acted before. Like, this was
no.
And you played the part of a. Were you kind of bullyish?
Yeah, I was the bully. Yeah, I was the bully.
No. I mean, like were you kind of a bully as a kid?
Oh, in real life,
you were.
No,
okay.
No, I wasn't, man. I was, I was more of a chill dude.
Yeah.
I did have a whole bunch of friends. I did all that, but I wasn't one to pick fights.
Right.
If anything, I just tried to stay away from them.
Yeah, for sure. Especially in Richmond, you don't want to fuck around.
Yeah.
So, when do you still keep in touch with like some of the guys that were in the film that you? I mean, did you?
Honestly, I haven't.
No.
It was a few years back where I got in touch with one of the actors, Adam, who played Lewis.
Oh yeah.
Just got up with him, see how he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
He moved to LA from New York, and he's still doing his movie thing. The other one that's from Richmond, Studio Gutierrez. He's from Richmond too, and he was in the movie as well.
Who is he?
Studio Gutierrez.
Studio-
Look him up. He's still acting, man. He's still doing a good job.
Oh, no
out there.
way. Okay.
Yeah. I think it was. Don't quote me on it, but I don't know if it was the late night show or
Tonight Show.
what show is that? Today Show, the one where they do the karaoke.
Oh,
in the car?
that's James Corden. The late show.
Late show.
Yeah,
or
late
something like
show.
that.
Yeah. James Corden.
Yeah. He was in that one. He's been in a few Super Bowl commercials. I mean, he's doing a lot, man.
Oh, okay.
He's skating.
What was his name?
He's a badass skater too.
What was his name?
Studio Gutierrez.
And he was in Jack.
Yeah, he was in Jack as
What did
well. He was the one. He was the shortest one there. He was part of my crew. If you watch it again, I tell him, why aren't you blocking him? As in, why aren't you blocking Robert Williams? And he being the shortest one in the crew.
Yeah, you emphasized.
I remember that.
Him.
Man, what was it
Yeah.
like to go on the court with Robin Williams? That must have been like, the outtakes alone must have been hilarious.
Oh man, it was fun. I had so much fun. Just playing basketball, not making a hoop. By the way, I didn't make any hoops on that.
Oh, no.
Everything you saw was all fake. I was like, let me kick it. I know.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. So like, how long of a shoot was this whole project?
It was about 4 months.
4 months, because you spent how long with
6 months altogether.
6 months altogether. Dang, man, that's awesome, dude. That's because so you first just got to know each other really well. Like that's all you guys did, just getting to know each other, and then that's I mean, you know, I like, I've never been on the set that big. I've never, you know, and man, like at that time you were also shooting scenes with Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah. Well, you know, we spent 6 months together, and
You spent 6 months
there was
with
a
J-Lo,
time-
bro.
yeah, she was awesome, dude.
Yeah.
What's
Down to
she-
earth.
Real down to earth, huh? Okay.
Yeah, really down to earth. Actually, there was a time where we were filming, and there was a break between the filming. It was like, I think we took like a week break or so, but because nobody from the main cast was from the Bay Area, they all went home. Some went to LA,
I see.
some went back to New York. I was the only one that was spending that whole week by myself with Francis Ford Coppola, and just bonding.
Wow.
I've never thought I would experience that. Here's a funny story about that. During that week where everybody else was off, I still stayed there. Francis Ford Coppola and George Lucas did a softball field in Francis Ford Coppola's backyard. And I didn't know, and again, there goes my naiveness. I didn't know who George Lucas was.
Oh man.
So I was in the Lucas team against the Coppola team. Now, also, Nicolas Cage is a Coppola.
Yeah.
Didn't know that either.
Yeah.
And he was there. I was like, oh shit, this is awesome. That's like the actor I need.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And
The guy from Con Air.
yeah. So I was in the Lucas team, and you know, we were playing softball, whatever. I caught the winning ball.
Wow.
George Lucas goes up to me, man, good job, great to catch that ball. I was like, thank you. No, I appreciate it. And you know, his kids were there. His daughter was really cool. She was into shoes and things like that, but I was just telling her about Hilltop Mall back in the day. I was like, you ever been to Hilltop Mall? Like, if they're from
Yeah, right.
And she was like, nah, I don't know what you're talking
Don't
about.
wear red, all right? You gotta be cool.
Yeah, you gotta be cool. Don't go without a strap.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm talking to him, and I forgot how the conversation came up. I asked him, I was like, oh, are you in movies as well? Or are you related to Francis Ford Coppola? And he just smirked. He's like, I'm in the movie business.
Yeah, dude, that's how you gotta do it, man. You know, I've met some celebrities, and I didn't know they were celebrities, and I think they love that shit, cause you treat them like a regular person.
But dude, I mean, now I'm kicking myself in the ass.
Yeah, you should be
but,
like, hey, motherfucker, I caught the winning ball. Put me in the Star Wars.
Well,
You
see, that's what was up though, because he was like, "Yeah, I'm into movies. I have a collection of things." Because I was over here saying that I saw Francis Ford Coppola's A Boat from the Platoon, that I was in his theater, that I was able to do this, that I was able to do that. He's like, "Oh, that's cool." He's like, "Yeah, if you ever want to see some memorabilia, hit me up. This, that, and the other." I was like, "Cool." I told my dad. I gave him a call. He's like, "Yeah, yeah, come on by." My dad dropped me off. He dropped me off at Lucas Ranch, bro.
What?
Again, without a fucking clue who this guy was.
Oh, that's
Are you the janitor here?
Right? Are you the cook? And so, we go and again, I'm with George Lucas and his family, his daughter, and he's like, yeah, he's like, are you interested in any movies and this, that, and the other? Man, I was telling him, yeah, Blood In, Blood Out, Mi
Oh my
Familia,
gosh.
Mi vida loca,
Mi Vida Loca, exactly.
American Me.
He's like, oh, okay, but how about, he's like, are you into Star Wars or anything like that? I was like, nah, I haven't watched that movie.
No.
Nah, fuck that shit. I don't watch that nerd shit, dog. Talk to me.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, I haven't watched that movie. Not a fan really.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, okay, all right, cool. So
This is the part where
we're walking
George
to
says
his
to
house.
himself, he's really here for me and my family. I'm just the nice
Yeah.
guy George with the cool kids, okay?
Yeah, hell yeah. That oh shit. That's
Yeah.
awesome, dude. That like you're like, nah, I don't watch that shit. Not like
Nah,
that, but
yeah.
like it just what was this expression like? Tear come out of it?
Nah, he was like, oh, okay, yeah, you're more into those cinematic type movies, and yeah, all right. So I get into his house and I see a life-size R2D2, and again, I knew what Star Wars was. I just never was a fan. And I'm like, ask me now though. I've watched all the movies. Go to theaters, take my kids to it.
You done learned today.
Mandalorian.
Oh,
that's
Mandalorian.
my daughter's and my show.
Yeah.
So I walk into his house. I was like, "Oh, you're a big Star Wars collector. That's a pretty cool R2D2." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, yeah.
Oh, you made him feel like the biggest fan.
Again, kicking myself in the ass now. I don't even know why.
This is like these are great stories, man. Like
it's a great story,
dude. Like it's funny as hell too, because I don't know if you know about football. I mean, I'm not much of a football fan, but I went to Oakland Raiders house to install his home alarm, and I saw I forgot his name, Dwayne Harris, I believe his name. I forgot his name. He was a Raider for like a year, but he played with the Giants. And I went into his house. It was in Livermore. He had a bunch of pictures of himself with Eli Manning, and then I don't know why. Sometimes I can't control what comes out of my head, but I kind of just looked at him like, "Are you an athlete?" and then he just like he smiled and he was kind of happy about it, because I guess I'm coming into his house, and if I was hella like, I don't know, I guess he enjoyed that. So he just started talking to me about his job. He didn't really want to talk about football. But yeah, I was
same thing.
Clueless.
Yeah, same thing with George. He was just like, "I'm a director." All right, cool.
Yeah, he's just really refreshed that you weren't like some oozing fanboy. I guess he's just like, I just get to be normal and.
Dude.
Hey George, you like?
Yeah, I would have found out the hard way, huh? Turn around, and get the fuck out of my house.
Hey George, you like movies? Yeah, so here's for dinner. There's like that. That's awesome, man. Like it's I was like that too when I met Ali Wong. I don't know if you guys know Ali Wong, the comedian. She's on Netflix and shit. She was. I went to the Punchline, SF Punchline, and I was hanging out with other comedians that were there. And she got off stage. I didn't see her coming off stage, but she walks over and she says hi to all the comics. And we're sitting there, and I didn't really know who she was. I know as a comic I should, but I didn't know who she was. She said hi to everybody, and then she didn't recognize me because that was my first time being there with those comics. And she shook my hand. She's like, "Hey, are you a comic?" I was like, yeah, are you? And
she
she looked at me
must have
like,
thought you were joking.
yeah, she looked at me like, yeah. And I looked at her like, cool, I'm JD. And I felt like an idiot later on. Like, she's on Netflix. Like, oh, fuck. But
Hey, you
yeah,
know
dude.
what? There are so many comedians. You can't know them all. It's okay.
Oh,
Netflix
yeah,
has a billion different
there's
comedy specials.
yeah, for sure. Yeah. So, I'm watching the movie right now because whenever we do a review, I like to watch it as it goes. And I'm seeing the scene where you're in the classroom, right? There you are. So this was like this film, man. Like I'm looking at it, and like one of the things that like stands out to me is like everyone looks hella different age. Like you look 13 now that you said you were 13 at the time, but then there's like some kids in there that look like they're 8. So how many kids?
Yeah,
were
dude.
you guys? A lot of you? Like how many total? Like in the whole process?
Well, let me see. Lewis, John, Edward, Ricky, Studio, John.
And another question too.
I think there was 8 of
you
us,
guys,
including Robin Williams,
and then
9.
everybody else just like extras.
Yeah,
And then were you guys in an actual school filming while there's school going?
Yeah, we actually had school on the ground. We always had to do school for 4 hours.
Oh wow!
And then after that, we would go do our reading, our script reading with the whole cast, and then just free time, which was fucking awesome. I mean, we'd go fishing, we'd go swimming in Francis's dam.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, it was actually
All that
awesome.
Godfather money,
even
huh?
yeah, man, it was badass, dude. Even like I said earlier, the boat for Platoon was there. Platoon was
Oh,
there.
he did
And
Platoon.
I didn't know that.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah,
Yeah, he did Platoon.
Oh damn.
Yeah, the boat for Platoon was there, and he did. I didn't know he had a fire truck in the premises.
Wow.
He brought it out, let us use the water hose on that bitch. That was so much fun.
Damn.
Then first time I ever shot a shotgun. First time I ever shot a potato gun.
Did you meet? While he was there? Like did you ever see any like Godfather stuff?
Oh yeah, dude. I saw Godfather stuff. I didn't know he was involved in Mi Familia.
Oh yeah, Mi Familia. Oh dude.
Yeah.
That's another one that he was involved with. Yeah, like I said,
Yeah.
Mi Familia. That for us, I remember watching that growing up, man. That's one of our like, aside from like La Bamba, Blood In, Blood Out, like those Latino films that I grew up on. Yeah. Oh yes.
And that's where I knew where J-Lo was from Mi Familia. That's how I knew her.
Oh yeah.
And I have a poster of Mi Familia. I made her sign it. I made Francis Ford Coppola sign it. Francis actually gave me the poster. And like I said, man, she was really down to earth. We went to the movies together,
What
dude.
the hell?
It was me, her, and her husband.
Which one?
This was
He
before.
recently passed away.
This was before Mark Anthony, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Before
way before.
Dick too, right?
Yeah, way before that.
Damn. So you went to the movies with just them two?
Yeah. We went to the movies. We went to go watch. What was that movie called with Kaiser Sose?
Hold on. Damn, I don't know.
If I tell you, you'd be like,
is this when you guys were filming or like you guys became friends afterwards?
Yeah, we became friends when we actually met each other. We were the only Latinos on set.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Already, it was like
you sit and have your lunch together. It was awesome.
Yeah, The Usual Suspects. That's the
The Usual. Oh shit!
My gosh!
Dang, yeah.
Oh man, yes.
I forgot.
Kevin Spacey and
How old
I'm
are
sorry?
you? Because I'm like, oh shit, this is how long ago? Like,
yeah, dude, I'm
38. Oh yeah, not that old.
Estoy
viejo, but not that old. So that's interesting. That's cool, man. So
we went to go watch that movie. She was down to earth. Like I said, I was the only one spending time there because I lived in the Bay Area. I didn't need to go home. And my parents let me have that experience, and I was loving every minute of it.
Dude, that sounds like a hell of experience to have, especially at that age.
So awesome.
And for you, like, did you want to keep doing movies?
I did.
Or
I did.
you
I
did?
actually liked it. I mean, I did a few commercials, a few modeling things.
Yeah, I see. You did another film after that, like one, like
2009.
2009.
Mm-hmm.
What was that one? Forgot the name.
2000, was it 2009? Damn, Bicentennial
That's when it
Man.
was released.
You did Bicentennial Man
yeah.
also?
Wasn't that like 99?
Oh, you did Bicentennial Man. Ooh.
But yeah, but I didn't. My part got cut off.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
They're like, nah, we
is
don't need
that?
this fool. Oh, it was actually in the when they were in the church when they were getting married.
Oh shoot. Okay, so you did another Robin Williams film, huh?
Yeah, and it was funny. When I saw him
Robin
there,
remembered you?
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. When I saw him there again, I've been living with this man for 6 months and calling him Jack the whole time.
Oh
So
shit.
I called him Jack.
And was he in character when you guys going back to the Jack thing? Was he in character when you guys were calling him Jack?
You know what, dude? It's hard to say because he was like that all the time.
Yeah, that's true. Robin Williams. Robin Williams.
It was Robin Williams. I mean, when we were filming the movie, there's nothing that stood out to me like, oh, okay, he's acting. No, he's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was just, I mean, we made a gang in there called Los Locos Lobos. He made it up, but it was awesome, you know. But it was him. It was genuinely him. And then imagine he took us to Toys R Us. Now you're seeing this 40-year-old man out here just geeking out over toys at Toys R Us.
Yeah.
And you're like, what
There's
the hell? That's pretty awesome.
That's Robin Williams, regardless of.
Yeah, that was who he was though, and he never flaunted. Oh, I'm famous. Oh, I have this. I have that. Never. He, like I said, he was the most down to earth person ever. I had my trailer in front of his, and by that time, my little brother Angel, I think, no, Tony, he was a baby, and you know, babies cry, they get fussy or whatever. Robin Williams would really go up to my mom, ask her for him. He'll make all these voices, make him laugh, put him to sleep. I was like, holy shit! I mean, not a lot of people do that.
No, especially someone like that, the star of the movie.
Yeah, nah, he'll take time. He'll take time to just go say what's up to my parents. My parents, of course, being so proud, they would bring people over to see the set and everything. Go introduce them to Robin Williams, like if my parents knew him forever, and he'll talk to them the same way. It was like, holy shit, this is awesome.
Dude, that's see, those little stories, man, are awesome to hear about. Because you see these guys in the movies, and like some of them you meet them in person, like, oh, he's just an asshole, you know. And he seemed like there's something about him, like there's a reason why people were sad when he died. Not that they wouldn't have been sad,
dude,
if he was whatever, but people can feel like when someone seems like a good person, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I remember when I saw that he passed away, dude. I was at work. I was just hella sad. Like,
oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
And I mean, shit, I was sad, and I never met him.
I was sad too.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I know he lived. I think I went to like his neighborhood to install cable services, and it was like this super nice neighborhood in like Marin County, and I was like, God damn it, I wish I could. I wanted to meet him. There was a day where these guys here in San Francisco, they did an open mic, a stand-up comedy open mic, and I believe it's the Milk Bar in SF. And one night he showed up, and that night I was supposed to go to do that open mic, but I just ended up not going. And then I'm looking at my phone, and then Robin Williams showed up to do to that open mic, and he did like this, I don't know, like a 20-minute, 30-minute set. And then from what I heard, like he talked to every comic and he gave them like a feedback on their jokes, man. And it was like, that's to me, that was awesome. Like, what? Like,
yeah.
Just being blessed by his feedback on jokes. For stand-up, he was great, man. He was like one of the best.
Dude, he straight up
just one of my favorites, man.
Yeah,
my favorite, absolutely, honestly. Like,
he just went off the dome. I mean, there was a time where at that movie, the end of it, when he's giving the speech, I love that speech, by the way. There was times where there was a plane and they would cut. There was some random light they would have to cut. So in between those cuts, or in between the time that plane passed, so they could start filming again, you couldn't have a mic in front of Robin because he would just take it as a show. He'd have the whole crowd laughing. There was a kid crying in the there was a kid crying in the crowd, and he's like, "Someone please give that baby a tit." And it's just like, oh shit, you know? It was just who he was.
And his old man,
in his old man costume. Yeah.
Dude,
but it was who he was. And
yeah, you were there in the crowd as like, because they had a guy play the older version of you, right?
Correct. I wasn't in the crowd. I was behind the scenes, but I was on set. Actually, my parents and my brothers were all in it in the as extras, but I was just there on set, just checking it out. And I was able to see actually. I could say I saw a show, you know, just give Robin Williams the mic and he'll take it over. And they didn't stop him for like about 30 to 40 minutes until the director, all right, Robin, we're good. Let's continue. We're going to lose daylight. But if nobody would have stopped him, he would have kept going.
We're just coming up with shit like on the fly. Yeah. That's the kind of guy he seemed like. I saw him on I used to watch his whenever he went on like talk shows, he would just go off on anything that he could find right there, and that to me is amazing, dude. Because like, you know, a lot of guys, like, of course, you know, they come up with stuff, they write it down, but he was just one of those, like, he seemed like his brain worked differently. Like, was he like a normal guy? Like, did he seem like maybe he's crazy? That's what I was wondering about him.
Not really, man. I mean, I wouldn't say he seemed like he was crazy or anything. I guess you could,
not to talk bad about him.
I guess you could use the word free spirit. He like really, he really didn't care what people thought of him, or he didn't really trip on his persona as far as, I'm an adult, I'm gonna act like an adult. It was Robin. It was, I'm with kids, I'm gonna act their age. And regardless of that, like I said, I saw him at Bicentennial, man. He was the same person. It wasn't that he switched up on me from, you know, doing the movie Jack to Bicentennial Man, where he was playing an adult robot, but he was still the same person. He was still playful. He was still, Mrs. Doubtfire. How he acts in Mrs. Doubtfire as a dad. Yeah. That's how he was.
Yeah. That's how he was. Oh, shit. So that's the closest to himself that he was in real life. That
the dad, just cool, down to earth.
Okay.
Loves his kids.
Cool.
I mean,
yeah.
And you know what I like about this film, Jack, man, is for me, the metaphor that I get from this is like, don't lose your inner child. Like, as you get older, because you're gonna age fast, you know. And for him in this case, of course, he ages faster than us, but like, it's kind of like a metaphor. You're gonna get older, but like your inner child, you kind of got it. And I don't think any actor could have done this role like he did, man. Like, that's why I think it was like the perfect film for him. I know they say he shouldn't have. Like, I read some of the reviews, and it's like, oh, he shouldn't have done this, but I think like this is one of those that's like perfect for to me for what he was. Because like the other person, like, let's say hypothetically, Robin Williams wasn't around for this. Maybe Jim Carrey could have done it, but that's the only other that maybe could have done it close. But at that time, he was like Ace Ventura-ish. I don't think he was ready for this yet. Like, there's nobody that could have done this. And for you, like, you talked to Francis Ford, like, did he ever share anything with you about what this film, what the metaphor that he tried to put out there with this film?
I didn't really have like that conversation with Francis or anything like that, but I mean, you could tell again in how he was with us. It was about family. It was about, you know, not letting your circumstance bring you down.
Yeah.
You know, not using it as an excuse because I'm this. So I'm going to allow it to put me down because I am a child in a grown man's body. Then I have to act like an adult. You know, a lot of that stuff when we were together got instilled in us as don't let it put you down. Don't let this stop you. Don't let any obstacle in front of you stop you, which did
Yeah.
go a long way with me. Again, I feel that I'm blessed to be able to do that, be able to meet such great people. Even Fran Drescher was in it, and yeah, it was like the nanny's
Oh
up in
yeah.
his mug. You know, she
The
was also
mom.
cool, down to earth.
Yeah.
All these people that were in it were
Dang. That's
involved. Bill Cosby,
Bill
yeah.
Cosby.
I mean, I did.
And
I
did
did
you
meet
meet
Cosby. I
Cosby
mean, he was
too?
cool with me. He was cool with everybody on set. Again, down to earth. Didn't think he was all that. Um, but hey,
Yeah.
different people have different experiences. I can't talk on that. My experience was good.
Right.
Did
Uh,
he
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what
No,
did
yeah,
he
for
ever
sure.
snack on any
I know what you're
jello
gonna
or any
ask.
any
pudding
Jello,
on set?
pudding, or anything? Nah, not that I'm aware. Not that I know of.
Did he ever
No,
fix you
right?
guys a snack? No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, because again, that's another thing about this film, man. Like the first of all, Robin Williams, J Lo before she got big, but still she is J Lo and Fran Drescher,
Diane Lane. Yep.
Diane Lane, the mom, who I had a crush on like for hella long when I was younger. And then Francis Ford, like this movie is like a powerhouse
Yeah,
of
there's a
talent,
lot of
Yes.
dude.
great actors
And
in it.
and
And
then
that's what
and
I'm saying.
then I'm trying to remember the name of this one actor. I think his name is Michael McKean. He plays uh the other barfly
Yes.
that Jack
Yeah.
meets in a later scene. He plays
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
brilliantly as Saul Goodman's older brother in Better Call Saul. Like,
Better
yeah,
Call Saul. Yeah,
yeah,
that's the
he's the older
guy.
he's the older
Yeah, the guy with the
brother,
toupee.
you know.
Yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
like the older,
Yeah.
the more experienced lawyer. It took me a minute to realize, wait, that's who that is. Like this film officially has every.
Yeah. It does. It does, man. Hey, and I like for me, man, like it's a wholesome, like it's one of those movies that puts you in a good mood when you're kind of like, like it has a sad moments, but it's definitely like a wholesome lifts your. I'll describe you to you what this movie is for me, and I'm glad because you're in it. It's awesome sharing to you what it's one of those movies when you like go on this like rabbit hole of watching either scary YouTube videos or like a really scary movie, and you're about to go to bed and you don't want to end the night with that in your head. You kind of put this on and it takes away all those bad, all those bad things in your head. That's the kind of film it is for me, man. And I can see like the critics, especially with film critics, a lot of them they kind of give more of the reviews to stuff that's kind of like in a way can be controversial or what's the word I'm looking for, like shock value. And now and this I mean this isn't like that. This has more depth to it. So I think that's, I would say, one of the reasons why maybe this, because now it's become a cult classic. I see more people. It's one of those movies that like after the test, it stands the test of time, and it's awesome that you're part of that, bro. Like, kind of jealous, but I'm also happy for you that
Nah,
you got
it
to
was
be
it
in
was a
that,
great
man.
experience, man. And then just real quick for you Niners fans, Dwight Hicks was in it too. And yeah,
Dwight Hicks. Oh shoot. Okay.
he was he
What
was
did he
the
play in
high
it?
school principal. He doesn't come out much, but he was.
Oh, he's in that scene when they're waiting
Yep.
No,
for the
no,
No,
mom, right?
no,
that
no.
was another
No.
actor. I don't know if he comes out. He comes out when they're doing the speech at the end.
Mm.
Um, yeah, and he was
Oh, okay,
he
okay,
played
okay.
for the 49ers. I was like, oh damn. I told him
Oh
I wasn't a
shoot.
fan. Kind of
Dang.
sucked. Nah,
You're ready.
nah,
You're ready
nah.
for that.
I
There's a
really.
trend with you, I notice. Like, you're like meeting
Right?
all these celebrities and be like, I don't like your shit.
You're gonna meet fucking like I don't know, someone from Google, like one of the, like, yeah, I'm more of a Bing guy.
I still use Yahoo search engine, man.
My email's still
Yeah, get the
AOL.
fuck out of here, man. Yeah. Yeah, AOL. Dude, so I don't want to take too much of your time, man. It's been great. It's been great talking to you about this, man. Like I said, this is the first time ever we have someone who was actually in the film that we're reviewing. And always when we do this, we do what do you call it?
We
Joaquin?
give it a
The
confetti
rating
rating system because it's a party and parties rain
There you
confetti.
go. The voice party. Yes, sir. So I'll let you rate it first, Joaquin, and give it your rating score.
I'll be honest with you. Like this film, just gives some short context here. I had seen, I want to say it was like maybe during sixth grade on a rainy day, when you can't go out to recess and the teacher's like, I got to get the kids engaged in something. So it's board games or movies, and they put on the movie. And I don't think I was feeling all that well, and I might have slept through some of it. But watching it again as an adult, who isn't feeling nauseous or tired or whatever I was going through in sixth grade, I gotta say, like I've never seen a Robin Williams performance that I walked away from going, I didn't like that. And I thought the metaphor for life being precious and not taking it for granted was just I received it well, and it's the kind of film that I can show my kids someday, and they'll get it. And I give it honestly as a family movie, 10 out of 10 confetti.
Damn, there you go.
That's where I put it.
There you go. That I the same. Yeah, man. A 10 out of 10 for me too, bro. Because like I said, the amount of talent and the meaning behind it, and if you don't cry at the end, at the final scene with that speech, you are a cold-hearted motherfucker. Because you know what? I'll tell you this, man. I did a little show at the San Jose Improv the day after he died. They had this little they played this little memorial video slideshow or whatever it's called, the memorial video of Robin Williams, because he performed there. So, and then they show like clips from all his all his best performances, and the last one was the speech of Jack. And I could see there's people tearing up in the crowd, and I think that was the reason why it was. I mean, we were all unknown comics, on a Wednesday night. The place was packed, and I remember that scene was playing, and there was like a couple. I'm not gonna lie, I got a little emotional, like, oh my God, yeah, and it's packed with a lot of those like scenes, man, that are just touching, and he really did seem like a kid, like talent wise, it was great, man. So for me, I give it a 10 out of 10, not just because you're here. We're usually, we're very honest when we give these reviews,
and one thing I gotta say, a lot of times child actors are chosen because it's like, oh look, it's a cute kid we can pass off and it's fine. But all the child actors in this were pretty good, even those like the two girls that like poke at him and they're like, what are you, right? Like I'm like
Phoebe and
yeah. I'm like, they were all amazing. I hope I'm looking at this. I'm like, all y'all deserve to continue acting beyond this film. I would hope,
Dude, Phoebe is she was in Birds of Prey. She was
bird.
Black Canary.
Birds of
Prey. Yeah.
Oh,
and then
shoot,
that's
her.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude,
shit,
her family is down to earth, dude. We got to meet their family, down to earth.
Dang. And then that other kid also, the one with the
he
glasses,
was in Little Giants.
He was in Little Giants.
Todd Bosley.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, he was in a lot of other stuff too, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I remember seeing him, and here's the only thing I didn't like now that I watched it as an adult. is I didn't like that the bullies were all like Latino and black. I don't know if you noticed
did
that.
you notice I
But
had
all the-
Dickies on and Ben Davis and my Cortezes?
Yeah, like yeah. A little
That's how I went
cholo.
to the auditions, and they kept me in that clothes.
Oh shit! Like yeah, dude, you got to do nothing. This is what we need. But it's those things. And here's the thing too. Like when I was a kid, there were still little things I didn't get. Like because I was still learning English, one, but also like what are they looking at in these magazines? I didn't get it. Like the scene when he goes to he's buying a magazine and he's behind the nun.
Oh,
I didn't get
gotcha,
that as a kid. So now that I watch it, now that I watch it as an adult, like oh shit, they're buying fucking nude magazines. Like okay, all right, yeah, and it's cool because they didn't like sugarcoat it. Like that's as a 10-year-old, you're still understanding boners. You're still kind of like, oh, what's all this? So it's kind of what kids do talk about at that age. It's all
Right.
they fucking talk about.
What I think is interesting is that like his character, like Jack, doesn't understand the appeal of adult magazines. Yeah, other things that adults get, wherever you want it. Like
because homeschool
yes,
kids are
on
weird.
some level, I'm not gonna lie. On some level, I felt like he acted more like an 8-year-old than a 10-year-old. You know what I mean? Like it's like at 10, you're a little bit more developed than this normally. I think slightly.
That's what I thought too. But he like it's like I remember having homeschooled friends as a kid, and like I remember thinking they're weird.
Francis Ford Coppola did his research.
They're not as
or
exactly.
only children. Only children are also bizarre, and like that scene where like his mom comes to the door battle ready, and she's all like, I'll see if he wants to go. I was definitely that kid that like when I was playing with my friends was like, yo man, let's break out the walkie-talkie and the Nerf guns. Still at age 10, just we won't play pretend. Let's break out the lightsabers, y'all. I was a very imaginative child.
I did more of the fucking no one's watching, put on the boxing gloves.
Let's fight. Right? Don't cry. Don't tell mom.
That was us. Yeah, and then like my dad and the uncles would be drunk and they'd be placing bets like, hey, don't tell your mom, okay? But go for it. But yeah, dude, it's man, it's been great talking to you, bro. I hope when we open the studio, man, maybe you come back and we talk some more film or something or whatever.
Yeah, I'd love to talk about your DJing too. That's an unopened door right there.
Alien Productions on Instagram. That's where that's where I found
where I'm at.
That's where
Alien
I found
Productions on Instagram.
Sweet.
And you, what kind of music?
Bro,
anything?
Latinos and their parties, we play a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm.
You can't have a quinceañera without playing some hip hop or playing something that Banda Machos,
some
some cumbia and some merengue mix, and then all of a sudden you want some house music, and then they ask for bachata and some rock en español, and then back to like some English rock, whatever, bro. We got this.
Oh, for sure, man. It's Alien Productions, and when we post this, I'll tag that so people want to hit you up for your services. Are you doing any acting at all?
Nah, man. Only acting I'm doing is when I'm late to work. Hey,
okay.
I got the Rona.
Hey, when's the last time you heard from Francis?
Man, it's been a minute, a few years. Actually, I lost contact with him after there was a tree in front of his house that fell, and it destroyed his house. So he was fixing it. And I lost contact with him because he went to Italy. And he was out there for a minute. Yeah. And I just, after that, I lost contact with him. But yeah, it's been a minute. But
Francis, if you're listening, holler at your boy. It's time for some reunion, man.
Yeah,
right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. That would be awesome.
Yeah, dude. Hey, you know what, man? Well, shoot. Is that like right now? I know you say you don't have any, but will you be down to do acting again?
Dude,
or
I mean, it's always fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For sure.
It's just the aspect of also just speak, being like Robin. Don't let that shit get to your head. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, man, hopefully,
Shoot,
man,
we'll cash
you know
in
what?
something.
We run a little production. we run a little production, so maybe we could
Hey,
cast you
let me
someday,
know.
bro.
I'll be down.
For sure.
Hell yeah! All right, well, all right, guys.
I'm
Hey,
still
Phil, you
here.
still there? Phil, send
All
us
right.
out, man.
Thank you so much, Hugo, for joining us on the Voice Party, chatting about your time on the movie. Thank you guys for listening. This has been the Voice Party. We are out of here.
Right on, fellas.
Out.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, man. Have a good night.
Thank
Bro.
you.
Thank
It was
you.
great, man. I
Most
appreciate it.
welcome. I'm about to watch some Star Wars right
Man, all
now.
love, bro. All
At the same time, you're gonna be like, this
All right, man.
motherfucker.
You know what? I might just do the same, man.
Right
All
on,
right,
man.
guys.
You guys
We
have a
are
good night.
out.
Thank you.
You too.
Later.
You too, man.
Good
Thank
night.
you.